have 4 rounds tonight of standard. Yeah, game one we have Jaden and or Eric and Nick both on Bant Ramp.
I'm assuming it's just typical net deck here for both sides.
I believe so. One may have Reclamation, the other might not.
I'm not a fan of Reclamation and Bant Ramp.
No, it depends because there's some Bant Reclamation lists that don't play Explosion, but I'm pretty sure it's just Bant Ramp on both players.
Yeah, I personally would rather just go straight Bant Ramp. I feel like it's more consistent and like for you to rely on, Reclamation to survive and stick around.
Exactly. It's definitely with Elspeth Conquers Death in the format.
Yeah, it's
a 4 CMC thing normally doesn't pan out.
Doesn't feel great. Also, looks like right side player here. Not sure how to say that last name. Missed the land drop, but found it off of. Yeah, because he cast that.
Yeah,
on main.
He cast that main face. Yeah. Yeah, it's Eric and Nick, so that's probably a lot easier than his last name.
Jace coming into play.
Or Teferi, yep.
Oh, Teferi.
New Teferi, yeah.
Teferi. Sorry, I just see blue and think.
See blue get traumatized. Ghost Spiral end of turn. Temple of the Light in play, Scry.
Doesn't like it. Oh, wait. Nah, ship it.
It is nice to be able to put Scrylance into play at instant speed. Like
it does not feel as
really
bad.
Just like stabilizes your draws.
Wow. Please play Planeswalker too.
I mean, that's kind of what this is. It looks like he has 2 Shatter the Skies in hand. He doesn't have much, yeah. Just passing turn activates a fairy at end step.
Find another Teferi, doesn't need it.
I mean, Teferi's just gonna sculpt these hands. Like you see, like Shatter the Skies in Nick's hand. It's just you literally can't miss with it. It's kind of nuts.
And then here comes Nissa for the beats.
Looks like a lot of Growth Spirals in Jaden's hand, and then
I don't think Jaden's gonna win. He's too far behind at this point. Interesting, he chose the
Mantras.
Yeah, not something else.
Yeah, if he would have chose the Breeding Pool, he could have cast this Growth Spiral at any turn. I didn't see he had one in hand. Yeah, that is a weird choice.
Unless he plans on plussing Jace and using Growth Spiral as a discard card for a potential better card.
I guess.
Since his other card in his hand is
great.
Yeah, But even then, still, I mean, you don't have to play the land.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Either way, I mean, it still leaves you like you can activate it and then still decide afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's right to man up the breeding pool and having that option in later turns.
Teferi is so disgusting.
But at the same time, it doesn't really matter because Jade needs to be doing something this turn. If he just ships the turn back, I don't think he can really win from here with a Nissa play.
I've seen some like Sultai ramp decks playing the 6-mana Casualties of War, and it blows me out every single time I play Reclamation, dude. It's depressing. Kill your Planeswalker, kill your creature land, blow up one of your lands, kill your Reclamation. It's depressing.
Nick's just drawing nothing but gas, but
yeah, for real.
We can't.
Again, another player not just... I guess he wants the 2... or the extra card instead of the 3 damage. The players just never attack, it seems.
I do the same thing.
I like attacking. I like
having
a threat.
No, I know you're supposed to attack because it has vigilance and it's just dumb not to.
I mean, he would lose he would lose 2 mana if he did, so he would draw 1 less card.
Oh.
Because
he floated mana.
Yeah. Did he play a land for turn?
No.
He just didn't play a land.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, okay. He has 2 lands in hand. That's a little weird. I think Shark Typhoon. Nick draws a card here.
And interesting sequencing there. Because you said he had 2 Shadow Disguises in hand. Why would he cycle first? Oh no. Because he wouldn't get a
creature regardless.
A creature, yeah. Never mind.
Plays his land for turn.
Still interesting though that he did still cycle Shark Typhoon.
Swing through with a basic forest. Teferi. I mean, I think Jaden literally needs to have like Teferi, bounce your land, Nissa, swing, or like.
He needs to get rid of Teferi at this point. So like, yeah, Teferi, no.
Because he has to hit that Nissa.
Nissa, no.
And Teferi even beats it. There's like, I think it's basically over.
Yeah, no, Jaden probably could effectively scoop it up here and be content with himself, especially with the Uro hitting the graveyard here. And plenty of gas in the graveyard for him to escape with.
Yeah.
Scryland for the draw for Jaden here. Not the land that he wanted, but, you know, some might say the land that he deserved because we got 2 Bant Ramp decks to play against each other. Yeah. I feel like Bant Ramp we're going to see pretty often tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
We're going to see Bant Ramp, Esper Control, Blue Back Control. And
I mean, the control decks aren't really super meta, but there's like our local area plays them a lot.
Yeah.
Where's Nissa?
This is a good start, but like you said, like he needs to combine it with a Teferi.
Yeah, but like.
Which I mean, he can here.
But he can't damage the Nissa.
Yeah, or
so
nor can defend his Teferi. I wouldn't even have bounced. I would have just plussed.
He's just time stretched. I mean, he just has lethal. Over the 2 turns, like.
I mean, yeah, but.
Planeswalkers.
What a healthy format.
It's pretty crazy.
There's too many Planeswalkers that are just
there's
playable.
Too many, yeah. They like push like every Planeswalker. Like there's some core set ones that don't see play, but like any of the like specialty or like any of the ones like for the most part, most of the other sets that aren't core see just a lot of play.
And I really wish Ajani would get a good card again. Ajani has
the last good one. Mentor of Heroes back in when that came out, right?
Yeah, because that minus was really good.
Yeah, and then I think the Ajani, the 3-mana Ajani Color Pride in like the Naya Brave decks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Nick gets game 1. It's been a minute since like a super relevant Ajani. Honestly, the Bazaari Ket from the new set from the core set could have been an Ajani, and it would have been great.
I'm way off camera over here. But yeah, I mean,
I like it. I like Ajani.
Ajani's great. I love his story. I love everything about him.
Steadfast saw a little play. Ajani
Steadfast was cool.
It was good,
especially in the decks that played it. They utilized it right.
It was like exciting. All those mono blue devotion decks, and then there was what was it? The Skylash and the 2-mana flash green creature, and they just gave it vigilance.
Yeah,
and it was just a clock, and they couldn't do anything about it. It was hilarious.
Oh, what is that we got on there?
Oh, Frost Giant.
Yeah. What's Rampage? I don't even know what.
I think it's like each creature blocked beyond the first or whatever gives 2. Or is Rampage the damage one? No, that's Bloodthirst.
I'm asking you.
Do it.
I don't know. I'm not that old.
I don't even know it. I'm pretty sure it's each creature blocked beyond the first deals or gives it +2/+2.
I mean, that sounds right.
Yeah. Pretty positive. Could be dead wrong. Who knows? It's a really weird matchup where it's like the first person to like either counter with a mystical dispute and then play their own threat or stick an Uro first is like super far ahead.
Yeah.
It's like it's hard to come back.
So, quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Omniscience.
Mm-hmm.
What does Jace have omniscience now, or like what? Like I never got this card.
Oh, the artwork?
Yeah, I never got it because isn't that Jace?
Yeah, that's Jace.
So like, is he
Omniscient? I don't honestly no clue. Like I try to keep up with the lore, but like they also just make card art before they make like the lore for the set most of the time. So like in Finale of Eternity, they have like Liliana destroying the what is it? The veil, the chain veil,
Yeah.
and it just never happened in the lore. Like it's not canon at all.
Oh, that's somebody's custom card. I don't.
Yeah, but she's just straight up destroying the chain veil in this picture, and it's just like it's not canon at all. Like they just make the artwork and then just like make the lore after.
Yeah, they almost make like the concept art before they
Yeah.
make the actual story.
It doesn't make sense.
Well, I typed in as Jace Omniscient or whatever.
Omniscient.
Yeah, no, I'd say he's not. So.
Okay. Just a weird card.
Well, that would be very OP in their story too, because like how are you supposed to explain that?
Yeah.
Jace will just literally.
How would he
rule.
ever lose? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Bant Ramp doing what Bant Ramp does, ramping. That's dope. Her own Gross Piles, players just shuffling at the same time. A lot of fun. I'm not a huge fan of Standard right now.
Never mind.
And it's weird with like suspension for like some tournament play and everything. Like,
I'd be more
dispute.
excited if Ugin was a thing though.
Yeah,
That's for
it
sure.
wasn't a thing. Yeah, it's really weird.
Ugin wasn't a thing. Oro got banned. I'll be all for Standard.
There
Oro
it is.
and Nissa, actually.
What did I say? It's the first player to stick a threat and hold up Mystical Dispute and then just get a board presence.
And then
Miss Landra, it's basically over.
yeah, I mean he's got Teferi he can play. He's got Shadow. I don't.
He can't even make it for Fairy because he doesn't have white mana.
Oh no. Oh,
Yeah.
That's a yikes, dog.
Teferi, 3 Teferis.
3 Teferi.
Too much of a broken card's bad.
3 Teferi, Shattered Sky, and Elspeth Conquers Death, and 2 Narset.
I believe so.
Oh, 1 Narset, 1 a new Teferi,
Mm.
and then a Hydrate Courageous. Seimaru just said he presented an illegal deck, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in there real quick. That's just gonna be a game loss right away if you did.
Oh, he's conceding.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna still give a warning.
Yeah. I mean, really though, it's not a sanctioned tournament, so you don't have to give him a game warning.
That's so true. That's crazy to think of. I don't have to give. I'm not even
you're
a
in full
judge.
power. No, you're in full power.
I am
You
Wizards
just-
reporter.
You decide what happens here.
I am the embodiment
You're
of Wizards of the
we're
Coast.
just living. We're living in your world,
Yeah,
Robertson.
I mean that's true.
This is the closest thing to superpowers you'll get.
Are you looking at me funny? That's a loss.
Who are they gonna report to?
Holy.
Watson's gonna be like, "What do you mean? There's no tournaments running."
Yeah. Jaden's taking a mulligan here. I do like how.
But I
Nick
think
has the-
Jaden was gonna win that game either way.
Yeah,
So
oh, yeah.
that
After that dispute and missing on mana, there's no chance.
yeah. But
Mulliganing on that's not where you want to be.
Nick's fetching in Bant Ramp, where you need maximum hand size all the time.
You really do use like every card. What is that? That's 4 lands of Mystical Dispute and Shadow of the Sky from Nick?
That's not a strong keep.
No.
I feel like it's a very weak keep.
There's a chance. I mean, Jay can still do 5 lands isn't or 5 cards isn't the worst thing in the world.
He does have Temple, which can smooth that out a little bit.
Okay, Girl Spile's a good draw.
Yeah, now he's good. Weird that he's doing it.
No, it's just playing around Dispute. Because you can do yours and have your Dispute up. Like, it's just smart to do it on your own. If your opponent mulligan, you just want to counter like everything they possibly try to do. Breeding Pool. Old Art have a Expedition.
Or a
Dispute. Make a 1/1 shark.
Yeah, he's quickly off of that with a Nissa and a Ugin in hand. Can imagine Nissa's gonna come down here.
Yeah,
plus on an island.
Shields are down.
Yeah, plus
this matchup also comes down to who goes first a lot of the time.
Very true. I play a crappy version of Bant Ramp because I don't have all the cards, because I have all the I have all the mythic rares, but no rare cards.
No rare cards on Arena. Yeah.
So
I finally used all my mythics
really?
with this set. Yeah, because I wanted to play set of Liliana. I want to play set of Basari Cat.
Oh, true.
And I was like, I'll make a Garrick or two. Call it good. An Ugin.
I really enjoy New Garrick, or not New Garrick, oldish Garrick.
The Hunt.
Yeah.
The Hunt? Yeah, that's the one I normally use. It's really good. It's like the best rock creature.
Yeah.
Or the rock planeswalker.
And that's how I use it in Brawl. It's my rock. And those woofs.
Whew. 8. Play Ugin.
Let's go. Yeah. Bolt.
Bolt your face.
You know what I would have loved to see a reprint of with Ugin in the same set?
What?
Disdainful Stroke.
Yeah.
I would have signed up for Disdainful Stroke.
Disdainful Stroke would have been cool.
And I feel like also Disdainful Stroke is also a very healthy card. It keeps big mana decks like this in check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be a quick game 3.
Ugin's just too good for standard. I mean, what are you supposed to do there?
It literally was like draw control magic, because they still have like that mass manipulation. Like, that's really the only thing. And like the odds of that resolving ever are like impossible.
Especially with Doden Veto's coming out of the sideboard.
Yeah.
Like
Ugin's nuts.
Oh,
we'll be back with the next round. There's 30 minutes left. Hopefully it goes very fast. It's a pretty small tournament today,
I didn't even see what people were playing yet.
Yeah, but we'll get information and be back. Hello, we are back with round 2 of standard FNM. We have Riviera and Calcimo. Riviera is on Loris Cycling, and Calcimo's on White Green Boggles. Pretty.
I feel like Cycling should be the favorite here, just through.
I would say, hello Yellow, hello James. I'm pretty sure Green White Boggles wins this like 1,000,000% of the time.
Really?
Purely because Zenith Flare does damage equal to the number of cards cycling in your graveyard. White Green Boggles is entirely lifelink.
True.
So it just puts it out of range. And they don't really have like any removal at all. Unless you want to Zenith Flare their creature. It feels bad. Tome here for Calcimo. Oh, this. Matthew. It's Matthew. It's Matthew Patrick.
Whoops.
Things are a mess. Help me. There's a lot of weird things right now because we're not using Wizards like DCI reporter or sanction event stuff, so it's hard keeping up with players. It's going good. It's going good. That's Samir, I believe.
No.
That's my boy.
It's your boy.
Temple Garden Shocked, falling down 18.
I don't know, though. The way that Patrick is going, this might be a little bit too slow.
I mean, he needs to do something. He can't just... Swinging for one. Nothing suspicious here. Riviera declared no blocks. Damage. Picor has work tomorrow.
I do work tomorrow, sadly. Never gonna have a weekend off.
Ooh. The new rare from 21 that if you're above 7 of your starting life, you can make a 4/4 angel by tapping it.
That's pretty cool.
Samir, I'll be your uncle.
No, he wants to be an uncle.
I know. He just found out he's going to be, but I'll be his uncle.
That's
He can be my nephew. I'll let him.
Why not the other way?
No. He can't be. It was a Draenor Slinger, so whenever he cycles, he's just going to ping Patrick for 1, which is going to definitely keep him away from 27 life.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, yeah, if Patrick doesn't suit anything up, I guess you're right. I guess he's in a good matchup, but I thought this was going to be very poor. There's just, like, no interaction.
I mean, he's getting in there with 3 1/1s. Let's get it.
+2/+2. Block. There's going to be a net gain of 2 life here for Patrick. He's going to go up to 20. Life goes on in the main board. He's going to gain 8 life. That sets up the speaker. That's kind of dope.
Where's the
This
boggles?
isn't even a boggles.
Yeah, where's the boggles?
I just saw the Iliad and like the white green mana
you didn't
base,
ask him?
and the Karametra's. I mean, Karametra's Blessing is like a boggle staple. I just assumed, but it might just be white green lifelink.
Yeah.
It might be some weird return to the ranks variant, dude.
Get out of my face with that.
It's gonna make a 4/4 angel here. I'm just gonna change this to white green life gain because it does not appear to be boggles, even though it plays the boggles instant. I mean, I guess it really just depends on if we see Helion or not, just depending on like what deck it is, or it's like to decide what deck it is.
Well, Helion's just still really good in lifelink.
Another stinger.
That's, I mean, hey, for cards that he wants to be seeing, those are definitely the cards he wants to be
That
seeing.
is probably the best card. It's standard. And then we have Legacy tomorrow and also Sealed.
We also have 10 players.
Yeah,
tonight.
10 players today. I just saw a card in Patrick's hand from M21. It's the new enchantment. So it is an enchantment, so it is kind of like Boggles, right? But it is whenever you gain life, put that many cards. You turn something into a Ajani's Pride.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which that's a spicy one.
I'm kind of wondering why he's not playing or splashing black for the new guy. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much.
Oh, Vito? Yeah, Vito would be nuts in this.
Yeah. I mean, just play Abzan.
Oh my god, Vito's 8 damage with life goes on. That's nuts.
Just play Abzan life game.
Have you ever seen a better bolt than 8 damage, 1 mana, dude?
I haven't.
I'm gonna just double check Vito real quick. I mean, that is how it works, right? Like,
Yeah, whenever you gain life, a target opponent loses that amount.
whenever you gain life, Pico, you just gave me a new deck idea.
There you go,
I'm
bud.
gonna go on Arena. Dude. I'm gonna start crafting.
You wanna know why?
Huh.
It got destroyed by a life gain deck with that card in it.
Oh my god. I believe Legacy is at 3 p.m. tomorrow.
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, no, I got destroyed by it. I was playing Bant Ramp, and I ran into that deck, and I was like, wow, this is not even fun.
Yeah. I am a Magic professional, thank you very much. Third at states, so.
Third states?
Beat Ryan Saban. That's all I can say. I didn't even beat him. I placed higher than Ryan Saban.
That's just like beating him.
So yeah, that's just like beating him, yeah. So that's really saying something. Telling tales.
Telling tales.
You don't even know. Old man. Learn how to spell Gideon.
Hey, but you remember that time when Jim Davis said, cool deck, bro?
Yeah. Have you ever been admired by Jim Davis? He's like, you're the coolest, dude.
Okay, he definitely didn't say that.
I was like, thanks, Jim Davis. You're dope, too.
You also got Cedric Phillips to say, I'm proud of you, son.
Yeah. You have Cedric Phillips as a dad? Because I do. Run the clip.
Run the clip. Can we actually just have that as our, like, sub note?
I'm proud of you, son.
I'm proud of you, son.
I would like that. I could cut that up, actually. I actually could do that. Wow, that's a genius idea. And then Cedric Phillips ran lead tunes, and he's like, what is this? What's this abomination?
Why am I on here all the time? Yeah. We should also set up a bot that anytime somebody subscribes, it tweets that video to Cedric
a million times, dude. In the Iliad +2/+2 and indestructible and hexproof. So after all the calculations, Patrick's gonna lose 1 life here.
Yep, net 1 loss here. That's actually a really good card here.
We're just gonna deal 9 to Patrick and gaining 9.
You know?
Patrick will fall to 14 here.
I mean, it's still a hard matchup for Cycling, but definitely better than Boggle.
Yeah, I mean, he might have another in hand, which is... Oh, it doesn't look like it.
I think it's land.
He can cycle into it. That's what you do, right?
Just redraw.
Ooh, it's Basri Ked. That's my boy. That's free attacks with this mentor. Basri Ked, the MVP. Why is this angel still tapped? Okay, never mind. Doesn't have enough mana for both options, but I mean, just putting it on your mentor gains you 2 life, like, that's probably smart. Then you can just actually block the tokens.
Yeah, tokens being the biggest threat here.
Yeah.
The little pingers are not doing as much damage as I thought they would be at this point of the game.
I know what I found out, or I remember the other day.
What's up?
With Amonkhet Remastered coming out on Historic,
Yeah.
That means Azratil's gonna get reprinted. I'm a big fan of Azratil.
I'm a big fan of that too. I'm actually really interested now.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, I could
I
could straight up do Mono Blue again. Like,
yeah,
hard. Because Frantic Inventory is legal now, so like,
yeah,
that's dope.
That could be fun.
I'm so excited for Amonkhet Remastered. Amonkhet was such a good set. It was so boring, but like it was such a good set. Like the rares were like you could build a deck around, and I'm big into that. Abandoned Sarcophagus, Azratil, Drake Haven.
Drake Haven. Ooh. That's just value. Looked like another pinger.
I mean, at that point, you just keep pitching now. You got the 2 pingers online, like.
Yeah, I think it definitely
Yeah,
was.
it's another pinger. I think you just cycle it here, yeah. Weaver Skiff, that's another cycle. The land's even a cycle land. Flourishing Fox. I can't see that not cycling. Huh. So I mean, I'm assuming he's gonna cycle here. He's gonna cycle both cards in his hand. Because if not, he would have just put the Loris into his hand.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like doing everything on your turn's not awful. Like, I don't know. I feel like you at this point, like your opponent knows what you're on, and like you're not really holding too much up. Like, you're so streamlined into like the cycling game plan. Like, you only have that one removal spell probably in your whole deck.
Mm-hmm. I'll lay the promise on the angel. Whenever he gains life, put that many 1/1 counters on this creature.
So this is like a Johnny Primate, but with an enchantment. It's kind of like a Johnny Primate in a way.
Yeah, it is.
But better, because you get that many, right?
Wait, you say but better?
But better because it says you get that many counters whenever you gain life.
Yeah, it is better. Yeah, maybe in that regard, yep.
Yeah.
For 1 more mana. Imagine if Johnny's Primate said you get that many counters. That would be disgusting, dude.
That'd be the best shoe drop in Magic, I would think.
Turn 2, Johnny's Primate. Turn 3, life goes on, you're dead.
Yeah.
Have fun, idiot. I like that. That makes me big happy.
I think I asked this once before, but do you think timely reinforcements would be too good for standard?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, I do think so. Because like then you have the option. It gives you. It was like the same like the Fumigate Sell the Wreckage meta.
Oh,
like
okay.
you have just too many options.
Yeah.
For a control deck. Like your only option should just be like wiping the board. You shouldn't be able to be like, oh well, you're not super ahead on board, so I'll make 3 blockers to stall and gain life,
some life, yeah.
and then wipe the board when you establish more because I have blockers. Like it's just so many options, and it's like such an easy sideboard card too. Like,
is it timely in Historic?
Yes, it is. It is in Historic. It was in one of the anthology sets. So there's a chance Rivera can cycle into enough to kill. Definitely would not suggest attacking here. There's a cycler in hand. I think he just has to go for it.
No reason not to.
Yep.
I think he hit another one too.
So now he just needs one more?
I think it was land.
I think it was the land. Now it... Yep. Yep, so Riviera takes it. He didn't even need to attack. His opponent just scooped it up. But yeah, a full board swing would be enough, even with the life gain. So that was not the fastest game one, but it still felt like very, I don't want to say boring gameplay, but like very straightforward.
They're not interacting too much with each other.
They literally were attack block. That was the only interaction.
Yeah,
attack block.
They're really just letting each other do their own thing.
But yeah, I'm making a veto deck now. Oh, I can just make a veto EDH deck.
That'd be neat.
How much would I be target? Well, actually, I would feel like I would need like Mana Crypt and everything.
True.
All the fast mana for mono black, and I don't want to do that.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Sleepy boy me.
Could go home soon.
True. But I still feel like cycling should win this, just purely on the fact like they should have more interaction than the life gain deck.
It's just so weird, like, because you think it would have interaction. I don't even think it has interaction the sideboard really. Like,
I'm sure
it's just a
he's
weird
got.
deck.
I'm sure he's got some interaction to like protect its spells against control matchups, but like, at least that's what I would do, especially around Green Bay. I mean, after that, I'd just be like, I personally feel like your worst matchup is Bant Ramp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're just doing stuff the whole time and getting life.
Yeah, so like that, I feel like his sideboard's got to be heavily sided towards Bant Ramp matchups.
Like, I am super positive though that like in that game, if he played that speaker on one and then just suited it up with that lifelink thing,
Yeah.
or like the count, there's no way he can lose the game ever.
No.
So like it's just really weird. He got stuck on mana, but like I don't think he was putting his applying enough pressure with the cards that he had.
He definitely could have been a little bit more aggressive, and I don't know what he was really like looking for. I mean, at the time, I was thinking, okay, maybe he's just looking for like a hexproof creature or something. You know, like it can't be blocked.
Yeah.
You know, because we
Thought it was Boggles.
Boggles. But then after that, I'm like, oh, you definitely just want to be gaining life whenever you can. Like if you're leaving life in your hand, like that's just life just gone.
I do think it is like a Boggles variant. Because we saw a decent amount of enchantments, like auras, but
there's not. I feel like there's not many good creatures with the keyword lifelink on it right now. So I think he's kind of just making his own.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got Healer Hawk. I like Healer Hawk.
Healer Hawk's dope.
2 keywords for one
broken.
Pretty much unblockable.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I mean, Fine's basically unblockable.
Players looking at their opening hands.
On to game 2.
Healer's Hawk, turn 1, 2 keywords, OP.
Now, if we lead up with the enchantment aura, then whenever you gain life, you put counters.
Yeah.
That may count. Off to the races.
Yeah, for real.
Both.
Sentinel's Eyes, good draw. 3 keywords. That's a 2/2 flying life flanking vigilance.
This is already better than any creature that Riviera played last game.
Mm-hmm. Valiant Rescuer.
That was a good card last game. Don't think it's going to be very good here, though, against a Flyer. I think he does have that enchantment in hand.
Yeah, he's missing lands, I think.
Yeah. Or else this game would be... I'd probably be close to done.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if he drew Black Source, played Veto, and just to you? It's actually for you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it would be 2, 4, 8, right? Like.
Well, without the.
Oh, without. Oh,
yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, he had Veto in hand right here.
Yeah.
Rip the Black Source up the top, just slam Veto.
Yeah. 4, 4, 4. Yeah.
4, 4, 4.
I haven't seen Kurt in months, so.
He's probably dead.
He's not here. I mean, does he go for the light play and just like hope he doesn't have removal or something from the sideboard or what? I mean, he's just slamming it, I think.
Why not? It represents so much.
Ooh.
You're for sure getting 2 counters off of it, for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like,
so
making a 4/4.
Yep, he's playing Light of Promise on the Healer's Hawk. You know, he's his own person, Samir. He can make his own decisions.
I mean, now he has that card that you were talking about earlier. I can't think of the name of already. Deals damage to equal amount of cycle cards you have.
Yep, that's Xenophile.
Yeah, like that has to just go at this Healer Hawk at this point.
I mean, if he doesn't have an answer this turn, I think the game's pretty much done. He has 2 protection. He has a protection creature on board and then 1 in hand. So like, it's just lethal basically. He has 2, 3 turns maybe to fight through 2 bits of indestructible basically.
Yeah, I can't imagine Cycling can come back from this.
No. Even Zenith Flare won't do it now.
Yeah, he's about to make a.
It literally
make
was
8-8.
that turn or not. Yeah.
Yeah.
That turn or bust. Okay, it's just 3 spells to protect. He has a Heroic Intervention 2 in hand. He can't cast it right now, but there's like nothing that can happen to Patrick.
Yeah, I feel like Life Gain is just gonna just control this game from this point and hit him with some Healer Hawks until he just dies.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's not the move.
That's suspicious. What? +7/+7. Oh.
Wait.
Yeah. Wow, Liberty MTG. I actually watch your guys' videos. That's nuts. Thank you very much for the raid.
You know what? I've actually
I watched a lot of Liberty MTG videos before.
I've seen a couple too.
Wow, thank you so much, dude.
Thank you so much. That's means a lot.
Wow, that makes me super happy. I got a big smile on my face now.
Coming full circle. Yeah, I don't really agree with the attack there.
The attack was weird. Yeah. He blocked and gained 14, got 14 counters. Like, so for just like random brews, this is pretty disgusting. I mean
he's just dead now.
I mean, he's just dead, yeah.
Okay, he's at 19. He's not just dead, right? I think
he is just dead. This bird has 21 counters.
Oh, is it 21? Oh, I thought it was less than 19.
No, it is 21 counters.
I lost track.
Fair enough. That was a big block, dude.
Oh.
Cycling on the mill plan, dude. Okay. That's going to be a pretty quick game, too.
What did I say? Healer Hawk in between the round.
I mean, you did say that. You did say that.
Best card in this whole deck. It's got 2 keywords on it for 1 mana.
I mean, I also said the second a creature gets equipped, it's basically done.
Yeah.
The life-thinking creature.
Yeah.
Like, you just put yourself out of range of Lurrus, and then you're just good to go.
Yeah, you're just running through the I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of. You're just running through the routine at that point.
But when he tapped out to play the Light of Hope, and there wasn't a Zenith Flare immediately, the game was...
Yeah.
Like,
he had
it was a Hail Mary, and it paid off, like, super well.
Yeah.
When are we going to see Lurrus, dude? Rest in peace, companions.
That was such a huge nerf. I will always boggle my mind. I mean, I definitely needed to be nerfed, but
Yeah, they just snapped it in half. Honestly,
I don't. I mean, that was like a Rito nerf.
Big one, yeah, for sure.
I miss playing Mordekaiser because you can just run at them.
For League, yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah, we'll probably get. It's probably gonna go the same way. Honestly, like either he gets a threat and makes it big fast, or it's just probably a game.
I'm kind of curious on why he's not playing Primate. Because isn't it?
Yeah,
legal?
like in addition, yeah, but I guess there's not a lot of like separate one health triggers. It's just like one big.
I mean,
I mean,
a lot
he
of
might
his creatures have
lifelink. Yeah,
lifelink. So
he might be running it. We might just not have seen it.
yeah.
But okay, so we're gonna have Riviera on the play, and he's gonna start with a Windscarred Crag, gaining a life, and then the bird's back with a vengeance, dude. Ready to just rip someone's head off.
Just put it right through the table, elbow straight through.
You just break our wood table in half.
Probably could.
Probably could.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm about to be training. You know, better watch out in like 3 years.
3 years after my jujitsu pays off.
Give me like 3 years, all right?
Yeah. So I love this tome actually, because at the end of the tome, like when you either scried 4 times or you got like page counters on it,
Yeah.
you sacrifice it and gain 4 life.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it curves well into the Light of Hope. If you go in 1 drop into 2 drop page or tome, and then 3 drop. Most likely, if I don't know if you're playing in Legacy Core, if you would like to stream with me, that would be great. P-Core is working, so if I can't find another commentator, probably not. But if we can, then yes, depending on how many people show up, of course.
Dude, if Corey's commentating, you know I'm tuning in at work.
Yeah,
and
I
having
would
it
love
on
for Corey to
at work.
commentate with me. That would make me a happy little guy. Or a happy little big guy.
Yeah, but keto.
Bakito.
We're working on it.
So this is a blessing on the Healer's Hawk. No, it is targeting. So, one sec. There's just rolling real quick. There was just a confusion on hexproof.
It definitely also says like target creature you control.
And target,
fights.
yeah, another target creature. Yeah. Target creature you don't control.
Yeah. So once I actually like heard what they were talking about, like what the question was, I was like, oh okay, and then ooh.
Okay.
Yep, get in
That's
there.
protection. That means the hawk can do whatever it wants.
Yeah. It looks like cycling missed the land drop. That's not good.
That's pretty rare when all of your cards cost 1 to cycle.
Yeah.
Missing a land drop's pretty rough. That was one of my favorite things with. Okay. I was gonna say that was one of my favorite things about the blue-white Drakehaven list is like you're a control deck that never missed land drops because you always had something to cycle.
And you're always doing something.
Yeah.
You were like
There was never a turn you took off mana.
You were like Oro before Oro.
That was like my favorite tier deck ever. Like that because like it took second I believe at a pro tour, and it was just like. Nobody saw it coming until somebody just slammed it. I was like, wow, this is like crazy good, and nobody was playing it. And I was like, how? This deck is amazing.
You were all over it.
Oh,
too.
I played that deck for months.
Yeah.
Like I got custom tokens and everything. I love that deck. It's like the first, like in theory, net deck that I've ever loved in my life.
But even then, it wasn't even a neck deck. It was like one person played it and like no.
Yeah, but it's a pro, and I took it from online. I changed the list slightly. I just added like another Nimble Obstructionist and taken out the Curator of Mysteries. But oh god, Nimble Obstructionist is so good. I love Stifle, dude.
Stifle
draw a card.
Stifle on a creature too.
Yeah.
That's
a 3/1 creature that draws a card if you needed to. Like, it was so good. I countered so many Chandra alts with that thing, dude.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Huh?
3 mana, I'll draw a card, counter your ultimate, you lose your Planeswalker. Dope.
It was like Veil of Summer before Veil of Summer.
Broken, yeah. Hey, Fast Spinner, how's it going?
I like how everybody just assumes I spell my name with the H because of you now.
Yeah, you know, because I'm the one that matters.
Yeah.
No offense. Yeah, Peter Strike tokens. I love that deck so much. I still have them. I just put them in my binder, actually.
I don't think you'll ever get rid of those things.
No. I mean, people would probably be interested in them, but like, Peter like hooked me up on a deal and everything. Yeah, there's no way I would get rid of them.
You also just find those pandas too.
Yeah, my pandas. Yeah, my
pandas were
my OG
adorable.
pandas from 2014 that I got as a gift. That was awesome as well.
The things you find while moving.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of moving real quick, did you grab her package?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because Brett told me, Brett's like, yeah, there was a package, so I kind of just slid it in the door.
Yep.
He's like, I hope nothing broken there. I'm like, I hope everything's broken.
I think it's a cutting board.
Oh,
And a pillow, so I don't think anything's breaking.
I bet they fit. I bet they fit the oven mitt in there too.
No, that's a package on Sunday.
Oh, that's...
Yep. Yes. There's a Legacy tournament tomorrow too, so you should just. I know you probably have plans. Just ignore them and just come up here instead.
I probably will stop by after I get done tomorrow.
Yeah, should be fun. Speaker of the heavens.
This Healer Hawk literally still just doing whatever it wants.
Yeah. It just sucks that there's not the 3 mana. Like, this deck kind of crumbles without that 3 mana enchantment. It's kind of depressing.
You know, would up it a little bit.
What?
Splashing black.
Veto. Gotcha. That would double the clock.
But you also have 2 win cons then.
Yeah. He's gonna go for blood, targeting his fox and the bird. He's gonna sacrifice his creature to give it protection from red.
Wait, yellow, what do you play in Legacy?
So if he gave it protection from red, it still would be countered, yeah. Honestly, it's probably a misplay to do protection from red, because if you did protection from white, you wouldn't take damage from the creature and you would still gain 2 life.
True.
So small misplay. Actually, not even that small, because he would have been up to 25. That would have been pretty huge, actually.
Yeah.
And he could also block these like creatures without
because
any worry at all.
Yeah, when 25 go up to 27, be able to make a angel here, end of turn, swing in next turn for 6 damage, but putting him down to 8 and essentially.
Well, not end of turn, because it can only be done at sorcery speed.
Oh, really?
And it has to be. You have to be a 7 above your strike, so 27.
Yeah, but he
like,
would have blocked.
Oh yeah, game 2 and then block. Yeah.
Yeah.
If he attacked. Yeah.
Which he is.
Why is he blocked? Oh, that's crazy. Okay, 2 is black. I think he might have he gave it protection from white, but you heard protection from red, right?
I didn't hear.
Oh. Well, I'm just gonna go check on something real quick. Yep.
So blocks were just backwards.
Yeah. Blocks weren't really lined up. They were just saying what they were blocking. So the fox or the hawk ended up blocking a soldier, and the speaker ended up blocking the flourishing fox.
Still interesting that he's giving up the speaker.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, if it was protection from white, it's just that would have been nuts.
It would have been fine. But also, why are you blocking
with the speaker? I mean, I don't know.
You're a life gain deck, and you're under very little threat. I feel like blocking with Healer Hawk, correct. Gain some life, get the value out of that. Speaker, really good win con.
Yeah.
I mean, right now you're just slapping around for what, two
damage in the air, yeah.
I mean, and now look, he could have made an angel here.
Well, no, I mean, if he took the fox damage, he wouldn't be able to make an angel.
Oh, true. But still.
Yeah. Oh, that's why. Because he had a Loris, so it was just a free block. Oh, wait, is he not using the Loris? That is a Loris in hand, right? I'm pretty positive that's a Loris.
Yes. Yes, it is.
So is it greedy here to try to do this before knowing you have a land drop?
Wait.
Yo, I'm so confused. I'm a little confused. He ships turn here.
What is he holding up?
Heroic Intervention, it looks like. The blocking spell. The gain 7. +7/+7. So, I mean, so there's a chance he could kill the fox if there's not enough cycling cards.
I mean, if you play Lurrus, literally nothing matters. And so, you can get real loosey-goosey with it right here.
You can, yeah.
And not be punished. So, I don't know. To me, I would have deployed something or did a little... I definitely would have taken a very much different route than what Patrick took to get here. And it definitely started with gaming pro white.
Yeah, the pro white would have been huge. Yeah, that would have been nuts. Because then you just get free block. You would just be so far. This would be a completely different game if it was pro white instead of pro red for the spell. But I mean, Patrick might not know in that interaction. He just probably wanted his thing to stay alive, and he just knew immediately pro red from the spell would keep it alive. I mean, we'll just tell him after the game, just so he knows for future reference. But
yeah,
I mean, that's not super intuitive, and I'm pretty sure Patrick's not newer, but he hasn't played a crazy amount of Magic in his life.
And fight interactions can be weird.
Yeah, very true. So here's a Zenith.
Imagine he's gonna take out Healer Hawk.
Zenith Flare for 9. I think he's just shooting Patrick's face. Temple Guard the draw.
If we don't see Lurrus come down here, I'd be interested to ask him why. Because Lurrus here, play protection guy from the graveyard, and just ship the turn.
Protection is kind of disgusting, because you can have protection up every turn, that's pretty nuts. And it's also just a free blocker.
And you will still have enough mana with for Heroic Intervention if you need to do that.
So he's going to draw a card and gain 4 life.
Not a fan.
No. That is cool, though. We could bring that back with the... Oh, no, because it exiles. Okay. It's that's pretty cool with Loris, but yeah, it doesn't work.
Oh, is that another Chancellor?
I think that's a Beloved Princess.
I don't know what that card does.
It's a 1/1 for... So it's kind of really good in Boggles. It's a 1/1 for 1 with lifelink, and it says it can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or 3 or greater, I think. So if you buff it up, it's just can't die ever.
Yeah. I still no Lurrus deployment here.
He's passing turn? Maybe that's a different card that's not Lurrus. But
It's 100%. It's 100% Lurrus.
Cycle.
Because now he just needs to fade another
Zenith Flare.
Zenith Flare. But even then, it doesn't matter because there's Lurrus in his hand.
And he definitely has it in hand, so.
He's at 13. He did 9, so he just added 1 more. So he's at 10 damage. Swings in. He can heal for 4, right?
Hopefully he doesn't cast the Heroic Intervention here. If he casts the Heroic Intervention and Riviera has the Zenith Flare, it's going to feel real bad for Patrick.
I think he's going to go with the blocking spell.
I mean, even that's dangerous, like.
It's not great. It's very hard.
Oh wait, Heroic Intervention just permits you control. Okay, so that's nice. He has no way to give himself protection.
So he's holding priority here.
Yeah.
I would just shoot the Hawk.
Yeah, shooting the Hawk here would be pretty good. Then you are left with the huge Fox, and Patrick hasn't played really anything.
I mean, he does have Lurrus in hand, so he can redeploy it a little bit, but, like, you definitely turn the tides right back.
Yeah.
I feel like if he just shoots Hawk here, Vanish Bar into cycling.
Yep, so damage going through. Patrick's going to be an 8 here.
Vanish Bar into life gain deck now.
Yeah. So he did decide to cycle, so he could have kept his Fox alive. Putting a counter on it. He just could have kept the Fox alive.
He could have. I mean, if that was his game, I mean, he had so many avenues to take the advantage into this game.
Yeah.
And the way that Patrick is playing is just playing into Cycling's game plan at this point. Like, he's taking way too long to be an aggro deck.
Mm.
He's trying to be a mid-range deck, which, I mean, I get in some scenarios that's where you want to be. Like, I definitely feel like, you know, in a control matchup, mid-range, you want to play more like a mid-range deck. But this is just purely throwing magic cards at each other and hoping you beat the other guy before he beats you.
Yeah.
And Patrick definitely left the door open a lot of times through this game, and same with the Cycling deck has left the door open.
Just a lot of weird interactions. I'm not going to fault the player for not knowing them exactly, but yeah, no, it's definitely... Oh my god, is that a second Zenith Flare that he drew?
Yeah. So he would just have him dead here if he did it.
I mean, he might have him... not have him dead next turn. Well, no...
No, he might... I think his count's up to 11.
Oh, he's swinging.
Oh, no.
That just gains Patrick life and you lose guys.
Yep.
That's all it does?
Yep. So he gains 3...
So just newer players. So Patrick's going to gain 3 life here. I believe Zenith Flare is also an instant. If he didn't attack there, he would have lethal.
I have no idea how to spell Zenith Flare.
A Z-E-N-I-T-H.
Is indeed an instant.
Yeah. No, he would have lethal here if it was not for that attack. Riviera will take 5. Patrick will gain 6. This game might actually come down to time at this point.
But you know, it wouldn't if there's a veto. Boom, got it. You can also get veto back with Lazarus too.
No, Lord.
Oh, it's 2 or less. Oh, so you can't. Okay, so, no, you get rid of that.
Get rid of that. I would get rid of the black entirely, or not the black, but the
green.
Actually, I don't know what I would get rid of. No, it'd probably have to be Abzan, because Life Go On's greens, and that's 8 damage. I like that.
Yeah, you just do Abzan. You do Abzan, you get rid of Lazarus for... I mean, I guess you could still actually play it in your deck, because you don't need the, like, stipulations.
Yeah.
So you can still play it in your deck, but I'm definitely with Vito squeaking in somewhere. Yeah. Especially since you're... Yeah, he can easily go Abzan. Honestly, his whole list right now, if he can go, he can add vetoes to his deck and just play some duels.
Sorcery speed, Zenith Flare.
He's casted 3 of them for at least 8.
Yeah, normally you cast Zenith Flare when you can't do anything else, or it's lethal. You don't really do them for...
Or you need to...
Or you have to answer a threat.
Yeah. You cough a lot. And, like, I feel like people get concerned about it, but you just cough a lot in general.
It's not, like, sickness at all.
Yeah, no, you just...
I'm just dying.
I mean, dying for unrelated reasons.
Okay, so that's going to be timing around. I'm going to go tell them that.
You should make an announcement in the whole room.
Yeah, I will.
Because today we're running off of our clock today, so... It is timing around for everybody at this point.
I mean, honestly, going to time, probably...
Best case scenario for Psycho.
Like, it's just like, they both made errors that cost them the game, so they both should not win, kind of, you know what I mean?
Well, it's kind of impressive that's the way this is going currently, too.
Yeah, that's...
That they both made mistakes and couldn't close the game out, and now we're going to time, and they're going to end up with a draw.
Yeah.
Because I don't... Unless Patrick rips the enchantment, the
life, the game that may counters enchantment.
Yeah, unless he rips that at some point here.
It literally had to be like this turn.
So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Is Patrick 0 right now?
Yeah, he should be 0.
Right.
So he has one more turn to draw it. And he has 2 of those books things. So I mean, that's really all he needs to find, and I feel like he could potentially close this game out.
I mean, Riviera needs to find Zenith Flare. If he can find that, there's a chance he wins.
No, get another redraw though. Another Redaback, and Redaback needs to find it here. balls out.
Yeah.
So going turn 2 on Patrick. Man, actually, I think he could almost win this game if he could find that enchantment. Because being able to crack both of those next turn, that'd be 8 damage there. Healer Hawk would give him 2 counters here, so that'd be 10 counters. It would be close. He could. But he definitely needed to draw it this turn in order to line it up, and I don't think he'll have enough turns in order to finish it out that way.
Everybody, I don't know why he would swing with Loris. Oh, unless this guy just isn't blocking with this 3-1. Oh yeah. He's gonna gain a lot of life here. The speaker has vigilance. I think he's forgetting that. I'm gonna tell him if he goes to 27 and it's relevant. Okay, he's not at 27. Doesn't matter. Casting out Eidolon from the graveyard.
Yeah.
Cycle.
Yeah, no, we're done here. Neither player can really finish it out.
Even if he finds the next Zenith Flare, it's just done, so. To turn 5 on Patrick. I don't think there's anything he can do unless maybe he draws the enchantment off the top here, but he definitely can't draw into it because he's going to miss the triggers.
What is he at? 34?
34.
So you can make them... If you went Runner being the pump spell... that's still... Yeah, that's still not even close. Yeah, no. Looks like we're going to have a draw here. Which is pretty unfortunate for a small number tournament.
Yeah. This was a large round. Yep, so that's going to be a draw. So we will be back with the next round very shortly since that was the last match. Hello, we are back with round 3 of Standard. We have Hugin and Johnson on Esper Control and Esper Legends. So we're going to keep here. Tomb of Deceit. Johnson's going to lead with Thought Erasure.
should.
Galashine tapped.
Teferi the draw. Teferi coming down. Yeah. I don't really know what Hugin can do here now. I mean, I know D-Spark is their big. Like, I know D-Spark can do things, but I don't know. I don't know what he does about Teferi at this point. Like,
Yeah.
I guess he has to cast Hero and cast a multicolor spell in the same turn.
Oh, this isn't a hero deck.
Oh, it's
I didn't see
Legend.
a single
Yeah.
hero, yeah.
Legends.
It was like the hero list from the other weekend, but it's just... Oh, I guess it is a hero deck. I guess I just missed every single one of them. I was like, he was playing this last week, but...
I mean, one thing for sure
dark
we need
here.
to stop doing is just letting them go into the room right away.
Yeah.
Because I think it's just... Because Hugin was on Esper Heroes last week.
Mm-hmm.
So.
There's definitely differences then, because I saw a lot of a decent amount of spicy cards in there.
He might be feeling himself. I'm pretty sure you finished out pretty well last week.
Yeah, he did.
So you might just be looking to switch it up and have a little bit more fun this week.
Mm. Narset the reveal off of the Narset.
Yeah, I don't think Hugin is gonna do much here at this point.
No, with that the Shireless guy and the Teferi and the Narset, he really is.
He's
just
also
like,
down to 3 cards in hand.
Yeah.
2 being known. Grasp at that. Oh, resolving triggers.
Grasping it.
Control player just jumped the gun a little bit too quick. That's all.
Minus Narset probably takes his ECD. I don't think there's anything else.
I mean, that's just a bomb card that you really all you need.
What do you do here? Yorion minus or Teferi minus Yorion? That sounds pretty good. 18 here. Ooh, switch to something else. Another Narset. A lot of Thoughtsy Erasures. Only option. Something else. Draw us up to Thought Erasure. Takes the eliminate immediately. Oh, he just drew again.
Yeah, go.
Yep, I'm gonna go stop it.
Hero just goes back on top. He drew eliminate per turn. Wait, shouldn't he be at 18?
Did he lose life from something?
Shock? Because he gained 2.
How did he gain 2?
Well, he was trying to gain 2 through the play that he did. And I think he changed his life total. This is an issue.
I don't think there's any life total that he had.
I thought he was down to 18 off of a shock. We can leave it.
That's what I saw. I mean, none of his cards gave him any life. So.
Well, no, he was gaining a life off of this card here, whatever this card.
I don't even know if that gains life. Oh, I can check real quick.
He said gain 2 life.
Oh, he might have said draw 2 cards, because that's what the village writes. I don't even know if that's called, honestly. A lot of weird things. A lot of triggers are crazy. Complicated deck. Oh, you do gain 2 life after that. Yep, so, I mean, it's...
I thought he was
too far, yeah.
I thought he was at 18 off of a shot.
Yeah, that's definitely what it was, yeah.
But honestly, at this point, it doesn't really matter.
I think the game's going to be wrapping up very soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is definitely something that happened.
Johnson's playing faster, so he knows where he is at in this match.
I imagine Hugott's going to surrender, or FF pretty soon. Okay, yeah, we're going to game 2. John just takes it pretty quick.
I feel like this is not a great matchup for the hero deck.
No, not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. I mean, Shatter the Sky, like, you have trouble getting your value back.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he has all these, like, draw spells, like Village Rites and whatnot, and, like, not Nyambi, but, like, that Narset just ranged.
Narset is just too good for a common. Or uncommon, sorry.
Yeah.
Cool design, though. Love it.
Yep. For sure.
But I definitely feel like Esper Control gets a lot better post board compared to Esper Hero. What are you looking up?
No. None of your business. Yep. Sideboarding in. Probably still just super favored for Esper Control, I think. Hugo probably brings in Mystical Disputes and whatnot, but I don't know how much you can actually do.
Mystical Dispute, yeah, I like. D-Spark you could bring in.
You could, yeah.
If he's playing that.
Is that worth it? It just
Conquer.
It gets Conquer's Death and Yorion, right?
And
Baby Planeswalkers.
Yeah, New Teferi's also 3 mana.
Yeah. And then Narset's also 3.
Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe I'm not a fan of that anymore.
I mean, if he has the.
I feel like he's got.
Dispute's just super good.
I feel like he's gonna have some dead cards though in his.
Oh, for sure.
So. Wearing some Beat headphones right now, though. I like that.
Beats by Dre.
I like the color too.
Shout out.
That's a cool color scheme.
It is.
I actually cannot express to you how excited I am to do some jiu-jitsu next week.
Yeah.
Especially if it's small classes like that. Like, sign me up. So, Veto deck. Are you going to try to build it in standard?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just something to mess around with.
Amzan or?
Probably.
Yeah, I feel like. I mean, he could just play it. I mean, Abzan is not too far off of where he was already.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just a couple more shock lands and dual lands.
Yep.
Is there anything else that you would want to splash in black?
Probably some of the new black 3 Life Matter cards.
Okay. What about like some hand disruption in the sideboard? No, not interested.
Not really.
Huh?
Agonize Remorse isn't
No,
something
that's
I
not
would
great.
play, and then
Duress?
Thought Scour. I mean, maybe, probably, but that doesn't even sound that amazing.
Also, you can't play Thought Eraser though.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, and that's the only one that I would play, and I can't play it. And Hugo's gonna mulligan here.
But I also feel like at the same time, that guy's deck was like primarily white splashing green for.
Oh,
Li-
for
life.
the Life Goes On? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Life-
really what it was.
Yeah.
I think we saw like 2 green spells. The Heroic Intervention and the Life Goes On.
Life goes on. So I feel like there's definitely some good space in there for you to work
Yeah.
with. Would you do Lazarus or
Loris, I would.
Loris? Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't play him as my companion, but I'd play him
No.
in the deck. But I also don't think I would play the Tomes.
Tomes are good in his deck because of his game plan,
Yeah.
but I definitely don't think he
I
needs
I
Tomes.
also don't know if I would play the 3-mana enchantment that makes the
No,
creature huge.
no.
That just seems too greedy.
Nah, you just play Protect the Queen with Vito.
Mm. John puts a card to the bottom. So does Hugo. Turn to hero, it looks like. I don't think you can do much better than that, but there's a Noxious Grass from Johnson.
Yeah.
Making this unfortunate.
Just resetting and die real quick. Forgot about it.
Oh, he's gonna leave with a Thought Erasure.
That's a lot better than leaving.
Yeah, very true. I didn't see he had it in hand.
Definitely taking Grasp.
Yeah, the Grasp. This feud doesn't interact with the hero, and then you can Dove and Veto the Shadow. This guy. Oh, that sounds so good. And he's taking the counter spell. That's unique. Where's my bang? Oh, there it is.
Roberson is gonna judge call real quick here. Hero coming down, getting met with Grasp. Narset. Thought Razor, Planeswalker, Isoft, I'm not sure. Oh, Liliana. He says he hates all of this? Liliana seems pretty hot. I mean, even showing him the Liliana makes him hold the Dovin's Veto for it. Like, because I feel like if Liliana just resolves, Esper Control just wins, so he has to hold.
Random judge question. I'm back. AJ is up front.
You haven't missed much. Hugent had Hero die and then played Teferi, and then -2, minus bounce nothing, draw a card. Johnson here played a Narset minus and found a Liliana, and now you're caught up.
Is that the new Liliana, right?
Yes.
Dope.
But now he does know that he has a Dovin's Veto in him, so he's.
I did just see him flash it on accident.
Yeah, he is pretty much forcing Hugin to hold Dovin's Veto for Liliana, because I feel like if Liliana resolves and hits the board, he has no chance of winning this game.
Yeah.
But also, Hugin is just playing Johnson's game plan at this point.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely can't out-control the actual control deck.
Yeah. Like, this is not great.
Like, you're supposed to be using your interaction as, like, to gain tempo advantage, not try to one-for-one them.
Ooh, no. That's not good.
Just slam this Liliana.
Yeah, like, the door's wide open. You just slam it.
You get a value card regardless. You either get the Yorion or the Dovin Veto. I mean, he's probably going to pitch the Veto, play Yorion, flicker the Elspeth's Conqueror's Jet. Huh. What's up?
He played the one not known in hand. And
I mean, he was going to pitch it regardless.
I guess.
I mean, now he just gets blown out, though, by pitching that Narset. He just gets absolutely trounced here. Because it's going to be Yorion, flicker my ECD. Get your Liliana. He should have kept it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is not great.
Wow. Now we're in a weird position. Noxious Grasp. Oh, and we're going to have to back that up because they're not paying for the extra cost of the spells.
They're taking care of it right now.
Oh. The Elspeth Conqueror's Jet did tick up to the next saga, and the effect is still static.
Yarn getting the ship here.
There's another. It comes back with an additional one. Oh well. There's a lot of rules things. I know. That's what we're planning on doing. We're gonna get intercom.
You said we weren't.
Well, we're going to.
I hate you.
I hate you.
I literally said that last week, and
You
you're
know-
like, nah, we're not doing that.
And then I talked to Chrisman. Okay, things change, P-Core. Things change.
What do you mean? We have cords running through here anyways. Like, it would have been easy to do.
You know? You need to watch it, Mr. Bister.
Maybe you should dismiss my great ideas.
I think he should have put a +1/+1 counter on this Teferi, because you can do that.
Hey, Sarkin, get them.
Yep. I'll bring back my 2/3 creature with a loyalty counter on it, please. I love ECD for that.
That doesn't do anything.
No, it doesn't, but you can do it.
Yeah.
You can put a loyalty counter on a creature.
You can't move it, though. What if you moved it?
Bioshift? No, I think that might be... No, I think that's counters. Who knows? A lot of crazy things going on. Hero with no cards in hand feels bad. Narset did all the work in the world, though.
Discarding Liliana and having your Liliana immediately die also feels bad.
That felt awful. That was, like, really good from Huguet. Like, he lined that up perfectly. I wonder what he has in hand. Okay, scooping it up. Castle did work.
That's aggressive.
I do think that a concession was a little aggressive. But Huguet was going to start drawing cards with that Castle Lockthwain and making 1/1s. Like, but yeah, I do think it was way too early.
Especially the way that game 1 went. Controlled the early game. Did whatever you want afterwards. Like, he finished game 1 very quickly. I feel like that was a very quick concession. I mean, I get conceding early as a control player to maintain time.
Yep.
But, I mean, given they probably don't know time, but that first game was so quick.
That was 7 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, and that second game, equally not as fast. So, like, they should have a decent gauge on how much time is left in rounds, so I don't know. I would have stuck it through.
Yeah.
Shatter the Skies was a hot draw there. And
that Liliana play was disgusting, though.
That was very upsetting to me. I was like, oh no, that was lining up to be like such a blowout.
I was like, I get having a Planeswalker in play and wanting to get rid of additional copies in your hand, but like you don't have the lock yet.
No.
Like you gotta be like that's where that whole game turned. Like if he had kept that Lily, that game was over. Like it's
I mean, even a D spark just blows you out.
But like that was. You had to have known Huguet was bringing interaction with Planeswalkers, so like,
100%.
Or just like has it in the main board,
or at least is playing Elspeth. I feel like almost any white deck that isn't like an aggro deck.
This is basically an aggro deck, like an Esper aggro deck, and it's still playing ECD.
Why not? Card's busted.
ECD is it is. It's super busted. A lot of weird interactions, like. Narset might be the most evil thing to be added to Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
Like, it is so hard to keep up with it, but I'm happy they changed it so both players get a warning. It's both players' job to remember, because, like, it's so annoying to have to rewind from, like, card draws and whatnot when you shouldn't have been able to. Yeah. Luckily, we have a camera and we can see what they draw most of the time, which makes it easier, but, like, if this was just blind and it was, like, a random judge call, like, we don't, like, it would be so much harder.
It kind of just becomes like a Thoughtseize at that point, pretty much.
Yeah,
like,
it would be the Thougtseize. It would be what happened to me at that SCG one time. Drew an extra card, or my opponent drew an extra card. I got a Thougeize him, but it puts the card to the bottom of the library instead of the graveyard.
Yeah.
Temple of Deceit here for Huguet.
Both keeping on top.
I believe so. Bring it to the bottom.
What was that last card you were just saying? Oh, okay.
Carathon?
There's a card towards the back.
An actual spell.
It looked at quick glance like the edge of the border looked like Nicol Bolas. Like,
oh no, it's not that. But
I was like, wait a minute, what?
What?
I was so confused.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
A classic.
A throwback. But Huguet not having any plays here early on is very good for Johnson.
I think Huguet's just gonna be like. First player to miss a land drop. Oh, and it's Johnson. That's not good.
No.
Well, now Huguet's in a really good spot if he doesn't draw a land right here. Oh, no. To try to stick the...
Yorn hitting the bin.
Just discarding. It's such a crazy... That he went with that play. Of just not playing anything, and it's just paying off. You can't play anything. You literally have to pass.
Oh, I keep... a playable spell.
I think most of his hand's playable, except for that ECD, but like Ashiok doesn't do anything in this matchup.
I mean, it's playable. It's better than keeping ECD that you're 2 lands away from. Well, I mean,
like
playing.
basically, is like nothing's playable, because like you can't. Only thing playable is the counter spell, because you can't tap out for anything. Because then you just get blown out.
Can pay for it, but chooses to.
That's the old core special, dude.
Looking like me out in these streets. Looking at me
That's the core special, dude.
That's something I would do. Just rip off the counter spell.
Oh. Counter this spell unless you pay 3. I will choose to counter it with Dovin's Veto instead. I will use a card instead of just paying the mana. I guess it's not worse than negate spell pierce because those are exact, but it's still pretty bad. Here's another mystical dispute.
Especially with your opponent being on the back foot.
Yeah. Did it again? Okay, no. Okay, now it's as a best.
Oh no.
Whew. Oh.
He's playing too quick.
Yeah, he
That's
is
his
playing
issue.
too quick. He is playing too quick.
Like, do they really think those first 2 games took that long?
I don't.
They have to.
I mean, every time he's been on camera, he's played pretty fast. Imagine if he was playing this deck with just 2 extra counter spells.
He's running out of gas. He's running out of gas. He's got like 3 lands in hand right now.
He could have 2 extra counter spells for free.
For free. Actually, you know what? No, even better. Pay the man. Oh no, never mind. I thought it was like, oh, he could have countered that, but he would have been tapped out fully both times. Never mind. Because I was thinking, pay for that, be able to counter the kill spell in the following turn, but no, he was tapped out both times.
Hey, think about this. So maybe we're just judging, right? Maybe he wanted to gain that 3 life against the control matchup, so that's why he cast Absorb there instead of paying the 3. We gotta use our brains, Picor. 3 mana, discard a card, gain 3 life. Worth? Maybe. Only time will tell. Maybe it'll come in clutch, actually.
If Esper Control plays a Ugin and he's 3 life short, okay.
Yeah.
Any other scenario? No, I'm not sold.
Only time may tell, brother.
Oh, he's sending those land drops now with the Yorin with the ECD coming down to play to get the Yorin.
ECD. I think that would be pretty good for Dovin's Veto.
Or a Zerb. Or a Zorb.
Well, he only had 2 mana, dude. He only had 2 mana.
2 mana? Oh.
Dovin's Veto.
Throw that.
Get ya.
Oh. Keep my Yorin around.
I'm dying. I love this so much. D-Spark. Nice.
Hey, called it. He's still playing it from last week. I like D-Spark a lot.
D-Spark is super good.
Yeah. Especially in our current local meta. I feel like it's very strong.
Sure.
But Johnson just redeploying because he has all the gas in the world from not hitting his land drops.
Yeah.
Finds another Teferi off of the Narset here. Is that it? What is it?
Gerard's Enforcer. It's 2 mana, 2/3. Legendary creatures you control are indestructible, and then you can pay 2 colorless, black and white, exile a creature from a graveyard, make a 1/1 soldier.
Oh, that's cool.
It's uncommon, and it's just nuts and limited. It's like, it was one of my favorite things to see in Ikoria.
That's actually
because it just wins you the game. Yep, hitting a Planeswalker with this. Better than nothing, because...
EDC.
Yeah, exactly.
Finds another Narset, I think is...
And an Absorb. Probably take. He's in a good spot. Oh!
Yeah, I like your idea of taking an Absorb and just playing the actual control game here.
I mean, he's in a good spot now, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't,
he was able to resolve things.
I don't think it's one or the other there. I think either choice is fine.
Yeah, for sure. God, just imagine doing these counter spells though. That's so crazy to think about.
Hugin would be in this game. Oh, we're on the middle plan now, boys.
I mean, pretty close probably. Not like super close, but like seems fine. Can't wait for Hugin to crack a Fabled Passage or something. I know he plays. Oh, I think I see one in his hand.
Liliana.
Oh, I'm getting my little feetsies ready to run over there if he tries to play a Fabled Passage and crack. This is what I've been living for, baby. Static abilities on Planeswalkers. I love it.
You eat it up, huh? Oh. Side deck. Yu-Gi-Oh!
Holding up counters. Crazy.
If only you had counters
If
to
only
hold
I had
up.
counters to hold up. Maybe we're bullying.
I don't know.
It's not bullying.
You did it twice.
It was twice.
It's bullying if he does it
the
once.
first time we're like, okay, that's defendable because you still leave up a mana, so maybe you're threatening like mystical dispute, but not the other one, not the absorb.
Because, okay, yeah, you're right. Because the first one's like, okay, Dovin's Veto, if, I don't even know. I mean, Dovin's Veto is just uncounterable, so it doesn't matter. I mean, mystical dispute for the following turn.
You want to know what's also uncounterable? Paying 3 mana for mystical dispute. Your opponent can't counter you paying 3 mana.
But he can then try to counter it again.
Yes, true.
So then I'm like, okay.
I'm okay. The mystical dispute one was okay.
The first one.
But he did not have mystical dispute. But in theory, he could be like bluffing that he has
the
it.
first one is excusable. Second one.
Yeah, the second one made me be like, okay, the first one was
not
that. That was not as much thinking in the slightest.
Okay, we're done here.
Okay, Johnson's gonna get there. 1-2. We will be back with the next round shortly. Thank you very much. Hello, we're back with the 4th and final round. We have Hugon on camera again with his Esper Legends deck. Hopefully the counter spells are better this time.
Hopefully you learn.
And then we have Bryce on camera with Esper Emergency Powers. There's so many Esper decks. You were right. There's just so many Esper decks.
Esper, Oro, and random little decks.
Esper, Uro, yeah.
Esper, Uro, and then decks that people just want to be playing.
Yeah.
Though the one time we saw Ugin resolve, it won the game.
That is true.
So Ugin currently 100% win rate on the board.
Yeah.
Should we keep track of that?
Every time Ugin comes into play?
Ugin comes into play and see if it wins or not. Yeah, I'll make a note. I'll keep track. I'm literally gonna call this note Ugin count. Or even better, my phone auto changed it to
Ugh.
count, so it's actually just gonna stay that. So Bryce taking a mulligan here, sounds like.
I think his deck mulligans a lot. It's really greedy. It's just for fun, but it's kind of greedy still. And we have Water Grave start from Bryce.
Well, now turn 2 heroes feels the best.
Yeah. I doubt
And
Bryce has any eliminates in the main board or anything like that.
Yeah, I do believe he drew a...
He drew a hero. That's dope.
Yeah. Right? On time.
Anticipate and response. 2 Fabled Passages and an Anticipate. If I put another in his hand, he would have 2. Imagine if there was like a Force Spike Stable 2 and Anticipate effect. For like 2 mana. Or 3 mana.
That'd be too good.
That would be too good. That would be nuts. I would... Well, but what if you couldn't cast... Because like it was a counterspell. It had 1 target. So you couldn't cast it when the stack's empty.
Still too good.
Is it?
Look at Cryptic.
But that's just a straight counter draw.
Counter draw.
Yeah.
I mean, even if they pay for it, you still get to anticipate.
Yeah.
That's still too good.
I like it. I think that's busted, and I like how busted it
That's
is.
too good, dog.
I mean, is it though?
Let's just print Force Spike.
True. Sensor's coming back. That's kind of like Force Spike.
It's one more mana.
One blue, cycle, draw a card. Better than Force Spike. A lot of the time. I think it is just a better Force. Like, not strictly better, of course, but like, it is better. Like, it's really good.
In most cases, for standard, it'd be better.
I think in Eternal formats, it's even better. Than Force Spike? Yeah, 100%.
Force Spike in Legacy Reanimator would be hot.
Censor sees a crap ton of Pioneer play, dude. Oh, Hewitt's not playing for the Smothering Ties, so Bryce's gonna make a treasure. Or a gold.
Different things.
Ooh, Jeremy Barbeau's favorite card. Gives Bryce a pile of 3 cards. He'll decide which is face up and which is face down.
It's like almost open face poker, I feel like.
What do you?
You never really played open face poker with us, did you?
Have I? Have I not? Who knows?
I don't think you ever did.
I don't know either. Yeah, that's a weird pile, yeah, because Elspeth can escape, so there's no reason to really take it.
Yeah.
Big
Well,
brain.
any escape.
Oh, sorry.
Any escape card when you hit like that is
Yeah.
just like, well, I gotta put. Well, because like you definitely put another card with Elspeth in hopes that he doesn't take it, and lets it go to the graveyard.
How Nixless.
Oh, there's a judge call.
I don't know if AJ's out here. I'll go check real quick. Thank you.
Not a judge call in our current game, that is on screen. Judge call in the tournament floor somewhere. We do have headsets, as you saw during intermissions and stuff. We can hear the players in the streaming room, but it's not completely closed off, so we can also hear the tournament floor as well.
Judge questions.
There's a lot of sets.
Well, yeah, weird set. Yeah, the question was my first phasing judge question, dude. Does phasing get rid of tokens?
Oh, was that not in the tournament?
Huh?
Was that not in the tournament?
What do you mean?
That judge call.
Oh no, it was Teferi phases. Remember they brought back phasing with 21.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Teferi
no.
phases out permanents, dude.
It actually says phase.
Oh my god.
I didn't know. I know that his ult is stupid.
It's
like,
all just time stretch.
Yeah.
Phasing's in standard peak.
I hate everything.
Yeah, it was if I phase his token, does it go away forever? And I'm like, no. No, it doesn't.
Because it still exists.
It
right?
still exists.
Yeah.
It's just non-interactable until your next turn.
Why do they make it very so good? I thought
I don't know. That's such a good question.
I thought Teferi was done in the storyline.
I mean, I think this was his like send off basically. I do think he's done with the storyline.
Yeah, because I thought like he amended Dominaria and he's like, all right,
good.
Time to go back to retirement.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because didn't he come out of retirement during the thing?
I don't know when he came out.
Like during Dominaria, didn't he?
I
like,
can't
come
remember
out of it?
what the reason is, but yes.
It was something with Dominaria.
But because I thought he was like gone from it. He was phased out of the world, and it was like not on purpose. Like he just like
Accidentally
I'm
did
pretty
it
sure
too?
he lost his spark. But so I don't know how he even got it back. But you know, life's crazy.
It actually doesn't make sense.
It really doesn't. But that's because it's a fantasy world.
And we're just living in it.
Yeah.
Mantide just getting the work done here.
Smothering Tithe people.
Smothering Tithe.
That is a lot of tokens. That's what I like to see.
Hey, remember that time on stream he hit that dude with a Mantide on his Steel Distinction and he instantly
conceded. Didn't play a Mana Tithe. What a fool. And we intentionally tapped our blue mana too, right? So he doesn't think that we had a Force Spike.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Leaving up 1 white mana.
That is dope. Oh, we can't have Force Spike.
I bet we could find that video.
Can we? I don't know if we can. Because Twitch removes the videos, and I
do they? Oh,
I might have that hard drive still, but it might have been the one that corrupted. I'm not positive.
Oh, big rip. Yorin.
Very cute. Lance of the Grave.
But wouldn't it be more big brain to show him 1 land?
Yeah. Genius.
And just give him Yorin anyways.
Just give him the Yorin regardless, yeah.
I mean... Bryce has got to be doing something here. I think he only has this 1 turn, I think.
Damage on boards for... Yeah. Literally, there's 7 power on board.
Yeah.
Asking out Nixilis. Six, 7. Attempt to have Hugit draw half his deck.
Round it up.
Ivy. Going 18. He is super dead. Bryce gets it. You got a weird look on your face, Pico. Are you surprised?
I didn't see that coming.
I didn't know what the card was in his hand.
I didn't know what it was. I did not recognize the art, but hey, I'm here for it.
You know? Maybe you shouldn't be giving them all that, or all those treasures, dude. Just give him 6 treasures.
True. That's
like
a lot
just
of
enough, basically.
Honestly, I don't think Hugit could pay for any of those, anyways, because he was being fully man efficient. So I don't.
You didn't see that. I like that face. You didn't see that coming at all.
No, I was like, oh, he's just dead.
He's just dead. Top deck, peer into the abyss. Who would have thought? 7 mana, draw half your library.
Kill somebody?
Lose half your life. Oh, kill ya?
Kill ya?
He goes like, I'll gain 4 life. You lose half your life and then lose 30 more.
Doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter. No way to get around this.
But I really think Bryce needs to honestly mulligan down until he finds a
Tithe, yeah. Things get rough now with sideboard, dude. Like, because we know Hugin has counter spells, of course, from last game.
Oh yeah, Dovin's Veto, Absorb.
So this is gonna get rough now.
Mystical Disputes.
You know. Now let's just see if he casts those at the right times. You know, maybe he learned from last game, and he's really gonna show up.
Okay, low key though. Tell me, did you take it like a champ when you mentioned it? Okay, all right.
At first, I didn't have the mana, and then we were like, "You."
You did. I heard that a little bit. Yeah. I didn't hear the rest.
And then he was like, "Oh, you're right." And then he laughed it up. When we got to the absorb one, he laughed it up. He was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, you're right."
All right.
But yeah, I was like, yeah, I guess the Dovin's Veto leaving off the blue mana is pretty smart.
Bryce is bringing in some interaction too.
What is it?
Mystical Dispute.
Perfect. Everybody plays it.
I'm sure there's probably a Dovin's Veto as well coming in. So Keegan choosing to play here. Keegan's keeping his 7. Bryce also mulligan twice, I think. At least once. At least once.
Yeah, he mulliganed at least once. Yeah, you're right. I think it was just once.
Both keeping on 7.
I mean, let's see if Bryce can get a quick game too.
And be out of here before 11.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we'll definitely be out before 11 regardless, but...
Well, sometimes we're not out here until midnight.
Yeah, true. You can false
Thought Eraser.
Thought Eraser. That's really good.
Ops.
Opt in response.
Found a land, so. So Hugo going a little bit of protection of his own hand, taking the rest.
Bryce choosing not to Mystical Dispute that. Why?
His hand really isn't anything.
I know, but if you dispute, I mean, because him getting duress, I mean, you were gonna resolve it. You were gonna take whatever threat you wanted.
I'll say he just didn't duress, where he's gonna.
Oh, he doesn't have duress.
Duress, yeah, he took you guys duress.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
why not?
I don't know, dog. This has been a whole weird stream, dog. I don't know where I'm at anymore. Is that Omen of the Sea the draw?
Yeah. What a card. I love that card, dude.
It's just a standard ponder. Mm-hmm. So, Bryce responding with anticipations and...
Underworld Dreams, what?
Underworld Dreams, though, do the big dips.
He can't even cast it. But yeah, not at this moment. He's a couple turns away.
But, hey, if he had the mana thing, though...
True. Get you guys.
I really think he's supposed to mulligan down to that in this matchup.
Yeah. Yeah, like hard.
Because there's no way Hugin's playing for any of those triggers.
No.
Though, I guess no. I think game 1, Bryce definitely mulligans down to it, no matter the matchup, because there's a good chance that he'll win via that card in any matchup.
Yeah.
Post board, I'm okay with him keeping a little bit looser hands like that. Playing into Esper, knowing that the functional parts of his hand are going to get taken away, so you kind of your range of hands expand. That is one thing that I can't think of his name now that I'm gonna bring it up. You played for SCG, goes to Worlds all the time. Brad Nelson. That's one thing Brad Nelson was talking about with Reed Dukes one time. They were talking about thought seizes and inquisitions in Modern and how it changes your perception of your range of opening hands. And it was actually a really interesting conversation that they had about it and stuff, because they both played Jun at Worlds or Pro Tour, one of the two, and they were talking about it sometime. And it was actually just a really cool conversation to listen to and stuff. But definitely learned a lot from it, and like learned a lot about opening ranges when you know that a hand disruption spell is going to come through.
Yeah.
Hey, you casted it.
Yeah, I mean, I said he was turns away from casting. He was 2 turns away from casting it.
Just his runner.
I mean, he had the mana in his hand. He had the Swamp and the Fabled Passage revealed, but... I mean, if Bryce can land a Smothering Tithe, like...
There it is.
You freaking drew it. I mean, you have to slam it, right?
Yeah.
He has no blue mana open. Like, you might have D-Spark, but like...
Even then, like, this is your only avenue to win.
Yeah, for sure. And sorcery speed to fairy.
Yeah, he's gonna mana. Really? He's keeping the land.
It was 2 lands. It was Watery Grave
Oh.
and Fabled Passage.
Oh no, he's actually not good at lands because his emergency power saying does need one of the lands. So Bryce's next play
It's a fairy the draw, dude.
pays for it this time around. That's fine.
Fairy's a really good draw here. Bryce got his best draw. I think Hugo got his.
Yeah, I'm cashing into Fairy to bounce. Especially seeing this emergency ties.
Yeah, there's no
Every
reason not
emergency
to.
powers.
Literally nothing in his hand does anything. Oh. But he like doesn't do anything, right? Like. What? He literally has the sacrifice a creature
I don't
draw
know what
to,
he
right?
has in
Like,
man.
wait, yo, I'm so confused.
I think Hugin is just done with the night because I think he sounded a little tilted after last game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely the sacrifice a creature draw 2 cards.
Which is worst card in his deck right here.
Yeah.
And Bryce is going to be able to resolve this emergency powers.
And that gives him like guaranteed 5 mana. What? I think he's realizing he misplayed.
So he gets 7 mana and can put a 7 CMC or less into play after resolving the draws here.
Oh, let me just make sure he knows that he can see his hand before deciding if he wants to.
Just playing some proper Magic here.
Yeah.
Okay, Hugin doesn't care.
Yeah. I was gonna say it might make a difference, like if he finds nothing castable, like 7 lands.
Dude, what if he found another emergency powers and just changed some dresses here? I can imagine that he's gonna counter this just to protect his hand. Eliminate's a pretty dead card in this. So looking at what, 2 pair, fairy.
I mean, I guess Bryce still has to do something or he's just dead, right? Like.
Yeah.
Bryce just threw lands and a duress.
I guess he could have cracked Omen.
At what point? There's not really a point.
No, there wasn't. Yeah, no, Bryce is just dead there, game 2.
I think that's a really risky play to not bounce that Smothering Tithe. But it ended up working out.
No, it definitely is risky because, knowing that he has the emergency powers in hand and knowing that there's a good chance he's going to get at least 5 mana. I don't know.
5 mana and a free card into play.
Yeah, that you can't even like
interact with. Yeah.
Like if that was a Teferi and then he followed it up with something insane off of the mana. Like,
yeah, there was Teferi there. That would have been nuts for the emergency powers.
Yeah. I really hope Bryce plays Narset. If you're saying that
he does.
Good. If I can see him this game, emergency power somebody with Narset in play, I'll be happy.
I think Narset is the best thing in this draw because unlike Underworld Dreams and like Smothering Tide, it can't be bounced by Teferi.
Yeah.
Like I do think that's his best like emergency powers play.
Hugin also doesn't really draw too many cards.
Yeah. I mean, he's Village Rites and Teferis, but that's about it.
And sack a creature, draw a card.
Yeah, Village Rites, yep.
Oh, is that Village Rites? Okay. So, total of 8 cards in this deck?
Probably.
Bryce taking a mulligan, both taking a mulligan down to 60.
Card to the bottom. Bryce kept on 7, huh? No, kept on 6. Okay.
Yeah, they both went down to 60.
E powers to the bottom.
Turn 1 to rest though is a good start. Absorb, not sure. Elspeth.
Creature, Elspeth. Yeah, you have to take the absorb. Elspeth's not gonna do much.
And it can escape.
Escape.
What do you think Cedric Phillips is doing right now? Right this minute.
Thinking of me. Quite honestly.
I'm glad that's the answer you gave me because that made me so happy.
With how much time I think about him, he should be thinking about me every now and again. I think it's only fair.
So anticipate an end turn for Bryce.
Ooh, Smothering Tide to draw. Oh, there's another one in hand too.
I mean, that's not honestly 2 of those. A lot better than just 1.
That's very true.
Because
then you're not paying for any of them.
Yeah, you're like you can have 2. I don't care. So there's actually
it's definitely a really safe spot to stick this too, honestly.
Yeah, I've seen his hand. You know, had to fade. What?
Oh, he missed a damage. What a fool. They're some laughy boys.
They're just having a good time, dude.
They are. I like it.
They're here for a good time, not a long time, you know? So Bryce can just slam you here and just ship the turn.
Oh, yeah.
I personally just go back to back here.
Yeah, I think so. He's only representing, 5 power on board right now? You got turns. You got 4 turns. Stick it. Stick them both. And, like, him not paying for one.
He also found a Nexus, so that's one part of the combo.
Yeah, yep. With the mana to do it with these Smothering Tides. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, so, like, Bryce is setting up for another win.
Cupid can't pay for this. Like,
no.
He would just lose too much pressure. And the best draw, again, is Teferi.
He's not paying for sure. Bounced the treasure.
The treasure. That's wrong.
Very wrong.
And it's even more wrong that Bryce didn't sack it. He literally counters the draw if he sacks the treasure.
You know? Here we are, bud.
You know, it's a crazy world we're living in. Why the treasure, not the... I'm so confused. Did he pay too? Oh, what's that? I'm gonna go stop that game because there's a Smothering trigger. Okay, so Smothering Tithe, just reminding them of the trigger. He bounds it, drew a card, so he makes a treasure.
I do like that Bryce played the Obnixilus here.
I mean, after not valuing the Smothering Tithe, like...
Yeah.
23. Bryce is confused, too. He's like, what?
Emergency power to draw. That's
With the mana.
counts it up. Everything's lining up.
I think you gotta go for it.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep, no, you have to. And, I mean, this is your only avenue of winning.
What? Possible response? Nambia?
Yeah,
Nyambi?
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Gain through that. Yeah, fair.
So it falls down to 14. I mean, just needs to hit another emergency powers, back-to-back emergency powers, and he wins the game.
Yeah.
Or emergency powers and Underworld Dreams. Oh no, that doesn't do it.
Yeah, that would do it.
No, because
You put Underworld
he
Dreams
doesn't
into
have
play.
enough mana.
You put Underworld Dreams into play off of emergency powers.
Yep. There is emergency power.
And there's...
he did it! Let's go! Just the way we drew it up.
He's nuts. Ladies and gentlemen, he's ridiculous.
He's just the way he drew it up.
He's
just
crazy. He did it. He
just
did
the
it on
way.
camera. He's the champion of the night.
That was the most hyped game we had
He's
tonight.
the champion.
All right,
we did it.
We can close it out here. Too. That's it.
Thank you guys. After that amazing finish, have a great night.